Welcome to Father Son Reviews. I'm the father.
I'm the son, and today we're watching the It Chapter 2 official teaser trailer.
Try it.
Yes, may I help you?
I used to live here.
It starts off quiet.
Won't you come in? It's the least I can do. Is it like you remember?
Cleaner.
Well, you feel free to look around while I get the water boiling.
Your hair is winter.
This old woman's horrible.
January embers. My heart
She
burns
doesn't seem
like
bad.
She was in the book.
Oh, you mean that kind of horrible? Yeah. She is that kind of horrible.
There you go.
Thank you.
Now some music. I do apologize. It gets so very hot here this time of year.
It's fine.
Well, you feel like you could just about die. But you know what they say about Derry? No one who dies here ever really dies.
That sucks.
That's the stare.
But tell me, how is it being back in Derry?
It's good. Strange.
Strange? Oh, my. I had some cookies in the oven before you came. Stay right there.
I shouldn't impose. I'm gonna.
No, I insist.
Your photos are lovely, Miss Kirsch. Are these your family?
My father came to this country with $14 in his pocket.
What did he do, Mrs. Kirsch?
My father joined the circus.
Not good.
I was always Daddy's little girl. What about you? Are you still his little girl, Beverly? Are you?
This meeting of the Losers Club has officially begun.
We can do this, but we have to stick together.
Hello.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Number one, Jessica Chastain. Brilliant.
Really does fit the role.
Yes. Great actress, too. And James McAvoy. Is that how McAvoy?
I think so.
Yeah. Professor X. Whatever. Split. He's great. So, don't know about the rest of the cast. Bill Hader. I don't know. I was kind of skeptical when I first saw it, just because the what was that? The first It?
The first that came out, the miniseries.
The miniseries, yeah. They had the guy from Night Court playing that role, and it's like, okay, he's a comedian, kind of funny, but does not work in dramatic areas very well.
Is not the best of actors.
I didn't get a lot of Bill Hader in this, but just the look of him looks like he can maybe be able to pull this off. It's very early on, but I think it's going to be all right. But so far, it looks phenomenal.
I have high hopes for this, and hopefully they won't screw it up massively towards the end or something like that. Like making it a giant spider. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes.
But he was kind of a giant spider in the book.
He was, but sometimes you gotta make differentiations from the book to make the movie
True. Well, they did in the original. I mean, wasn't it a giant spider when they were kids, and then they had to face the spider again later?
better.
No?
When they were kids, they didn't face him as a spider.
That's right. It was just Pennywise, and he got the rock chucked through his head.
Yeah,
That's right.
They shot.
Then the spider was at the end.
The spider was at the end, and with that one, they shot they shot The Rock again, but it was at like his underbelly or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
It was
In his
weird.
deadlights.
In his deadlights.
But it's kind of difficult, though, because the ending to the book is very strange, and it's kind of hard to get that cinematically or filmatically, whatever the hell I'm trying to say. It's hard to film that, like not physically, but mentally biting on the opponent's tongue and then taking a trip through the universe and then running into Maturin, the gigantic cosmic turtle.
Right?
Yeah. That's difficult to get.
That's difficult to put in a movie without people wondering if
So-
the person that made it was on crack.
Yeah, so I think everything's great in this. I got really high hopes for it, but I think everything's going to hinge on that ending. How they're going to end it, like I said, without using some giant, stupid-looking spider or trying to do some unfilmable book crap that the book had, which worked for the book because you're just reading it and imagining it in your head. But to actually film something that makes sense and is going to make sense with the rest of the story, it's going to be difficult to do. So I'm interested in seeing. So to me, everything hinges on that. On if It Chapter 2, or the overall story, the new film story of It, it's going to be on how they decide to end it.
And honestly, I think they're probably going to go with something completely different from how the book does it. And if that's the case, I think I'm fine with that. Because like I said, you got to make some differences from book to film in order to make the film work.
Yeah, but I guess you could do a giant spider still.
I mean, now with the effects being better, they could do it.
I mean, remember, Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. That was a pretty freaky looking spider, and it still holds up.
Yeah,
17 years later, it still holds
but
up.
at the same time, I feel like they're gonna do something a little different with this one. Just like how they showed little scenes there where it's like he's starting to become more of a widespread threat on the town. Like when it shows that stage and all the balloons coming down, and he starts floating over the people's heads.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's always been that threat to the town.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. It seems like there's going to be something a little bigger planned with him this time around. And
Because really,
the whole spider thing, it could work, but they already made reference to it in the first movie, and I feel like that's telling me that it's not going to be how this one goes.
well, the lore behind It and Derry, It is Derry. All right, this because It was some kind of cosmic creature that crash landed and basically on the spot where Derry was built. So basically, he formed the town Derry. Everything has his essence. So whenever some bad is like, if you remember in the first movie, the fat kid Ben is getting tortured, being cut on by the bullies and all that, and these old people just drive past and don't do anything.
And the balloon pops up in the back seat.
Right. That's because Pennywise the clown, whatever name you want to use for him. I think Robert Gray's another one.
Yeah.
He basically owns that town. So his magic, his essence, built the town and controls, especially the adults of the town. It's the kids that are a little more impressionable, and of course he likes to feed on them, but they haven't really had all the It influence soaked into them yet. That's why you see all the adults of the town just being ridiculous and just not looking at crap that goes on.
Yeah, it's like, when you see when you see on the TV with the kids show and they like kill him and all that stuff, or for example, you can see a drawing multiple times in the movie where I think just once actually, where it's like the people founding Derry, but then you see Pennywise sort of in the background lurking. So it's like he kind of was in there.
Well, like I said,
all of it.
he essentially built the town. He influenced everything that's gone on in the town. Not just the murders that he commits, but he actually influences others to do horrible things as well. So it's a town that's built on a disease and built with a disease and is a disease. So that's part of the creep factor of It, is the actual town of Derry.
Yeah.
But like I said, everything kind of hinges on how this thing's going to end, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. And that's all I got. The teaser looked great. Of course, I was going to be there regardless. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But the teaser's got me jacked up. Jessica Chastain looks perfect as Beverly. And like I said, McAvoy, great as always. And I'm expecting big things from him. And hopefully Hader and the rest of the cast can bring it as well. That's all you got?
Yep.
That's all I got. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.